Kicking Active Light for the potato clip for the week.
I want to take a look at Matthew 10 today, and I want to see what Jesus has to say to his 12 disciples. In Matthew 10:42, Jesus says, "And whoever gives one of these little ones even a cup of cold water because he is a disciple, truly I say to you, he will by no means lose his reward." So this is in the greater context of Jesus trying to encourage and edify his disciples. He's trying to teach them and tell them what to prepare for. He's even warning them of some difficult things that are going to come their way. And here he talks about just even giving a cup of cold water. Now, first, I do want to point out that I think he's talking about giving a cup of cold water and showing this kindness and serving other disciples. I think you look at Mark 9:41, and he says something similar, and he seems to speak to how we treat and how much we're willing to do for other disciples, not just little ones as in children. So here's a couple lessons just to learn from that. What we do for each other matters, no matter how big or small. Every little thing we do for our brothers and sisters counts, and it matters because Jesus says so. Even a cup of cold water. And the second thing, we can know what to do because Jesus shows us. He shows us the lengths God expects us to go to as servants of each other. We do this because we're family, but the Father sets the standard for greatness in his house. So we consider each other greater and we serve even with a cup of cold water. That sounds so simple. Getting a cup of cold water might not even be recognized. Jesus doesn't set the scene as if the circumstances determine how great or how needed this cup of cold water is. He doesn't say it's like a hot summer day down by the Dead Sea and you bring someone a cup of cold water. Or maybe for us, you're working outside and it's a hot summer day and you're in the South or something like that and the humidity is 85%. That's not what Jesus says. He just says it's even a cup of cold water. It's needed though. We need to be willing to do whatever to serve each other. Here's why I think this matters so much right now. There's a lot of people hurting. There's a lot of people that are down and discouraged. And they're struggling with things that we can't even relate to. We might think it's silly. We might think it doesn't even matter, but they're hurting and they're discouraged. Every little thing you do matters. So be intentional. Know the purpose of what you're doing. And just do it, no matter how great or small. One other thing I want to look at is that we're actually being like our master. And we're actually being like our teacher in doing this. Earlier in Matthew 10, in verse 26, as Jesus is talking about being persecuted like he was going to be persecuted, he just says the phrase, "It is enough for the disciple to be like his teacher and the servant like his master." It's enough for us to be like Jesus. So we show kindness, even in the small ways. And we show love. And we try to serve. No matter how small, no matter how great. It's enough for us to be like Jesus.